The werewolves of Kaufman Pack are settling into their quaint bit of land near the residence of their benefactor, Prince Malik. Across the valley, news has spread of this new addition to the fairy queendom. Despite this, the Fae Court's attention is elsewhere entirely. They've got more royal concerns on their mind. Princess Avalon's recent birthday has given the fairies a chance to mingle and dance and flirt. Even Lumia and Prince Zuko have been seen in the same corner of the ballroom more than once. Now a child, the princess's beauty has begun to show, and her mother has made sure that the heir's skills don't fall short either. Queen Snow has proved an excellent mother, and she's of the mind to repeat the process with another royal girl. A new face has joined the male fairies of town, no doubt drawn by the promise of fame and fortune associated with the Fae Court. The Queen has seen him a few times when catching appointments through the valley. So naturally, an invitation to Verdington Palace was in the cards for such an eager young man. Now that Queen Snow has spent some time buttering him up, she can see there's something different about him. He is a fairy, yes, yet in him lingers the faint scent of another species entirely. But does it matter when spreading the royal genes?
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fae Court. We are picking up at 7 PM on Wednesday with Queen Snow and her newest fairy catch over here, Frederick Minton. So we have kind of been cycling through our fairies, and I think with the last pregnancy we had with Lady Saffron, every single fairy in the Fae Court has had a turn now, but the cycle is not yet complete, I think. I'm pretty sure the Queen has like one more breeding left before we complete a breeding cycle and begin a new one. Anyways, it is now Queen Snow's turn yet again. This is, I think, a 4th pregnancy, so that's very exciting. But she has been raising Princess Avalon very successfully. Look at our lovely princess. She aged up into a child in the previous episode, had her birthday, and she looks flippin' beautiful. Not only her coloring, but her features have come out really nicely as well. Anyways, I'm super excited to have her in this life state with us in the palace, and given Avalon's success, the Queen is well and truly ready to replicate the process with a second daughter. Personally, I would love it if we could have more than one princess fighting for the Candy Crown in the future, because, you know, it's more fun that way. Things are a little bit unpredictable. So, even though it would be sad for Saffron not to be able to continue her line, at this point, because she's right at the end of a breeding cycle, it is highly unlikely that she will succeed in having a daughter of her own. I mean, basically, it's not going to be the case until every single other lady after her, or before her, has a boy. But anyways, we're up to the Queen yet again. And the Queen has picked this guy, like I said, Frederick Minton, a new male fairy that's arrived in town, looking for fame and fortune. Which dealing with the Fae Court tends to give you. If you have fathered a daughter, then your name, especially if you are not, nobility, if you're just a common fairy, that's going to help amp you up a little bit in society's standing. So that's what he is here for. So Queenie is going to get started with him, which I'm super excited about. Now, another thing, the Queen, she has kind of noticed there's something a little bit different about Frederick Minton. Yes, he's a fairy like every other fairy, because you have to be a fairy in order to mate with the Queen, but there's something a little bit different about him. He's not a hybrid. He is not a hybrid at all, as you can see, but there's something odd about him. And the queen is not entirely sure what. I don't even know if Frederick is sure what. He probably doesn't even know. So the queen, after this kind of thing, it's not enough to bother her. She's just intrigued by it. I think she's gonna get the sorceress to maybe try and use her magic to find out what is so different about Frederick Minton. Because, you know, who knows? It might have some sort of impact on the next child if it is a princess. So we're gonna get these two going. Let's not waste any time at all. And see if perhaps we can... Let's see. You know what? Let's just go into a makeout right here. We'll do that. Look at them! Okay. Well, they're not getting too shy. And Celine's just casually painting over here, which is fine. But he has this bright pink, like a watermelon pink almost hair. He's got, I think, orange eyes. And then he has this skin tone, which isn't really green and it's not really gray. It's like a grayish green, which isn't typical for a fairy. So based on his skin tone, you guys might already know what that faint trace of a separate species in his bloodline could possibly be. But, you know, he's not the same green as the queen. He's not the same color as Celine. He's not on the rainbow skin tone. And yeah, he's not the same as Silva, obviously, or Astrid. So yes, it's a little bit unique. It's a little bit unique. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that skin tone. I like his eyes and his hair. I would prefer if the child had the queen skin tone. But you know, variance, variety. That is the spice of life. So let's, maybe I need to take you two. Let's see. Maybe, can I go here and summon him inside maybe her quarters? Let's try that. I don't know if we can like call him in. Maybe not. We'll kind of just summon him. And I don't have to unlock all the doors and such. That's going to be the easier way to do things. So let's go ahead and get some privacy, shall we? Get some privacy, get some things done. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, I'm pretty sure some other Sims are close to aging up as well, so probably we'll have another birthday in this episode. Right, can I just summon him over? Or can I? Yes, I can. Let's summon him in our chambers and get this going. Right, Frederick Minton. Let's go ahead. Oh, no. Can you try for a baby with another female? Like, can two females try for a baby? I didn't know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing. But that is not what we are doing. That is not what we are doing. We're trying for a baby with Frederick Minton. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think Frederick... Yeah, he dislikes children. He dislikes children. So that's kind of interesting as well. He is not here, you know, to have a son. I don't think... I mean, he's probably hoping it's going to be a girl and not a boy, because if it's a boy, then he has to raise it. And frankly, he's not interested in raising a boy. He just wants to father a girl, leave it with the court, and then have... like an improvement in his status so that hopefully he can pursue whatever it is he wants to pursue in Dragon Valley with, you know, support of the populace and a bit more respect. Okay, Queen, let's see, let's ignore the call. I don't know who's calling it, but let's just ignore it. And you guys can get that going. And I'm excited. So, hopefully in the next, like, episode, if not this one, in the next episode, we can expect a baby from the queen. And, I mean, she has a good chance of it being a girl at this point, because we just had a boy that was born. Okay, that was a success. That was indeed a success. And yep, there we go. She has conceived. And I need to note this down. So 9 p.m. Wednesday. Okay, so Saturday 7 p.m. is when Snow is due. Oh, there we go. So who knows? Might be next episode when she has the baby, depending on how much we get through. But this boy is trapped in here. Let's summon him out because he's gonna be trapped in there for a while. He's gonna be trapped in there for a while. So I'm just gonna summon him so he can, go if he so wishes. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay, dude, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to hang out in her quarters. This is a typical thing of the queen. She kind of just leaves them in there. Actually, before she does anything, she has to, ask to just be friends. She has to clarify their relationship. I think she would still be interested in getting the sorceress to find out what is so different about, his makeup, his genetic makeup. But that doesn't mean she's necessarily interested in him. So, she's gonna... Can you? Hold on a second. Come on, dude. Come on. We need to clarify this relationship before you leave the palace. Seriously, dude. Get a move on. Also just be friends. Yeah, he's being really proud right now, but we need to get this sorted. Come on, dude. There's probably not enough space in there for them to get anything done. Okay, why don't you just come out? Why don't you come out? And let's try doing it now. Let's ask to just be friends. And here we go. Yep, he's gonna be heartbroken, as usual. Not that it matters entirely. It is fine. Yes. He's not taking it too well. They never do. They never do. But they're friends now. I guess they just need some alone time with each other. Which is absolutely okay. But it is getting late. Everyone needs to go to bed. So that's exactly what I'm gonna get sorted. I may even let him out of here so he can go about his own day. And I'll see you guys in a bit. It is a rainy Thursday morning on Spooky Day, and Lady Celine is out to the pub because things are getting a little bit serious with her affair regarding Prince Malik. So Celine really wanted to go on a date with him, so that's exactly what she did. She invited him out to this pub, which is, I think, the closest kind of venue we have to the palace on a rainy day. You can be indoors, you wouldn't have to go that far. So she's invited him here, and note, she is married, right? She's married to Prince Callum. Now, some of you mentioned in, I think, the previous episode, if not the episode before that, you thought maybe the fairies wouldn't care as much about like cheating and stuff or having an open relationship because they're fairies and they breed like that. But I personally feel like there's a distinction between the fairies procreating and the fairies getting into emotional relationships. So the fairies don't care about changing partners for the sake of procreation. That for them is entirely separate to creating an emotional bond with someone and a romantic bond with someone and then eventually a marital bond with someone. That's different. You stay faithful in that kind of relationship, and that's something different to breeding. So Celine, like, if she wanted to breed with Prince Malik, that would be okay. Nobody would hold that against her, and that shouldn't be the cause of any issues in her marriage. But Celine going on dates with Malik and, building this emotional kind of dependence on him and romance with him, that is like a no-go zone. You're not supposed to do that because that's betraying her marriage to Callum. she's promised, you know, her romance and everything to Callum. So yeah, that's what we have going on over here. Malik is her brother-in-law, so that just makes it more awkward. But yes, they do have something going on, as you can see. Now they're talking about flowers. They're getting along very, very well. And now he's bragging and such. But I don't think, yeah, she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Why? Because she is the hero. And the hero is, you know, used to these displays of strength and, you know, strong wings and skill. So she very much is probably enjoying that. And she's a loner, right? But she's seeking Malik's company right now, which shows how important Malik is to her at this point in time. And she's a night owl, but she's spending her morning over here with Malik on a date with him, so kind of showing us that things are definitely getting more serious between her and Malik. Obviously, this also makes stuff a little bit tense during events, because Malik is usually always invited, and Callum definitely is. So thankfully, so far, I don't think she has like had any sort of slow dance with Malik while Callum's been there. But it's always a risky thing. Like, you're always holding your breath to see if maybe she's gonna screw up her marriage with Callum during one of these birthdays or these celebrations. But it's kind of good that there's no one here at the pub right now. They have absolute privacy at this point in time. Literally, there's like no one at the pub. Nobody's reporting anything. And apparently does she really? No, she is. She's got 3 stars. Malik has 1. So I mean, rumors could spread about this. So it is kind of dangerous that they're doing it. But at the same time, nobody's really here. They're on their own. So perfect timing. And really, I wonder why this is. I just feel like, you know, her and Callum, things were so heated when they were young, and then they just grew apart with their duties and various things. And then when, you know, Celine stopped giving him attention, he started seeking attention with other female fairies. And then, you know, even if that didn't get, and one of those fairies was our philosopher, right, was Lady Saffron. So even if that news didn't get back to Celine, maybe she felt that his heart was kind of elsewhere, and so she started looking in different places too. Okay, what is this? Who was invited to where? Lord Odin O'Rai has a costume party. Nope, thank you, Odin. Nope, thank you. We have other things we would prefer to get done. Now, Queen Snow. She has been wanting the sorceress to find out what is going on with the genetic code of Frederick Minton, since he is fathering the Queen's newest child, of course. So she's kind of instructed Morida to figure that out. For us to do this, the Queen needs to call over. She's going to summon over Frederick so that the sorceress can use her unique magics to figure out what's going on with him. Because she has a lot of, you know, interesting powers at her disposal. So, okay, now that it's been summoned here, Lady Morida is going to, let's have a look. She's going to do a friendly introduction first of all. And then she's going to use one of her many powers to figure out what is going on with him. Now, her marriage with Odin is a lot better. She even has like a bunch of whims for Odin as well, so that's kind of nice. I don't know who's calling right now, but let's ignore that. Yeah, her marriage with her own husband is a lot better. Okay, so she's gotten to know him, and now, okay, look, the Queen, she feels like puking. And we all know she's expectant, so that's exciting. Okay, Frederick, let's see. Now, what magic is she going to use to figure out? Now, whatever it is, probably not going to be an entirely pleasant experience for Frederick. It's kind of an invasive spell, whatever the sorceress is using is probably an invasive magic to figure out exactly what's going on with him. So I think Let's see, maybe a tummy twister? Or should we do a chattering teeth? Let's see. Maybe the flight of felicity? Maybe she'll do that. Maybe she'll do the flight of felicity. And it won't be such an unpleasant kind of spell, fairy magic or sorceress magic that she's using. We'll do that. And say that she's, you know, casting her own unique spell. So this is her trying to figure out what exactly is going on with him. Okay, there we go. So she's used her powers upon Frederick. And she is going to, let's see, she's going to observe. Let's do another interaction just as a form of observation. So she's going to ask his sign, I think. And then she's going to ask, I think, for some fairy dust because she wants to study it and figure out what's going on with him. Okay, she's just gathering some information about him. And then getting some fairy dust. And then we're going to investigate the fairy dust. There we go. Okay. Oh, that made them friends. How curious. Okay, let's see. Where is this fairy dust? She's gonna use this fairy dust, but it's not like she's using it. It's more like she's studying it, okay? So she's studying this fairy dust. Okay. So she studied that fairy dust, and now she kind of knows more about Frederick and what that different species thing that the queen noticed was. So she's gonna talk to Queen Snow, and she is going to inform Queen Snow. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. I think she's gonna just chat. She's gonna chat with the queen. Look, Frederick's on her mind because she has information about him. Come on, let's chat with the queen. Okay, but Queenie, where'd you go? Queenie, why are you flying around? We have important things to discuss. Where'd she go? Where the heck did the queen go? Hold on a second. Oh, she had to go puke. Okay. Don't mind the queen. She's busy puking. Okay, are we ready? Right. Wait, like, are you going to her? Is she coming to you? Okay, she's coming to the queen. Of course, that makes sense, because the sorceress must go to the queen for reporting anything. Okay. So, she is going to speak to the queen over here. And she is going to inform the queen that she cast her spells, she did her, you know, sorcery tests, and she has discovered that whatever species, like deep in his lineage, probably a few generations back, there is a strand of DNA, like there's something in his DNA that is from another species. The queen was correct in that regard, and it is not a species that is known to them. It is not a werewolf, it is not a witch, they also know of vampires, it is not any of that. They know, they've heard of mermaids as well, it's not that either. It's something entirely alien. So there is some alien DNA in Frederick from several generations ago. So who knows how that's going to impact the queen's daughter that might not even pass on. But Morida has kind of, I think she's discovered that this alien kind of portion of this DNA will only pass on to children that have the same kind of like skin tone as him. So Frederick was born with this skin tone, and that's kind of the remnant of that alien DNA that got passed down. And if the queen and Frederick's child has the queen's skin tone instead, then that alien DNA basically didn't pass on. But if they end up having Frederick's skin tone, then the new princess, or prince, who knows, will have remnants of that alien DNA. It's nothing dangerous from what Morida has discovered, but it's something foreign that nobody's ever come across before. So that's definitely something new. That's definitely something new. The Queen's intrigued by it, of course. Very intrigued. Now, what's Celine? Celine's just still having her date with Malik. That's fine. And what's this? She wants to woohoo with Malik. You need to calm down, honey. You need to calm down. And looks like Frederick is having a great time with Azalia. Funny thing, guys, when the Queen invited Frederick to come to the palace so that she could, you know, get cozy with him, she was having like a little bit of time having to butter it up. She was having slight difficulty having to butter him up because, you know, he wants to be famous, I think, rich and famous, and he is a little bit pretentious because of that. Like, he thinks that he is worthy of recognition, basically. So he wasn't making it that easy for the Queen. And he hit it off with Azalia. Like, they had some attraction with each other, and, you know, Azalia was kind of third-wheeling, so I had to get her out of there and focus more on Frederick and the Queen. So they had that going on. And let's see, Queenie, she still hasn't gone, like, announced to everyone that she's pregnant, although I'm sure that she herself is aware. And that's fine. Okay, how's Astrid doing? Astrid's pretty decent because she had a political quest that I wanted to fulfill. She needs to befriend Lord Kyle Delaney, so I think the Queen needs to summon Kyle over. Let's summon Lord Kyle. Where is Lord Kyle Delaney? Also, the Queen's eldest, Prince Zuko, has become a young adult, so I'm gonna have to give him a makeover at some point. So I might work on that after the political quest of Celine. I mean Astrid, sorry. After Astrid's political quest. Okay, here comes Kyle. I might have to do things the old-fashioned way. Let's do a friendly introduction, and let's chat him up. Because we're kind of low on potions, I tell you. Kind of low on the potions. So, look at these two. They have the same hair color. Are they cousins? Yes, they're cousins. Okay, befriend your cousin. Befriend your cousin. Let's see. Let's try some Daredevil-ish stuff. I don't know if he's gonna be into that, but we're gonna try. She hates the outdoors, so that's what this is about comic books. And then she's good, so let's brighten his day and see if any of that kind of helps. For my different Sims, I like using the special, like, trade interactions. What? No. I like using the trade interactions because it's kind of interesting to see if they get along with other Sims based on their traits and not just the, you know, normal interactions that you have available to everyone. So it looks like she's getting along well with Lord Kyle, so that's really good. So she fulfilled that political quest, which is nice. Now the Queen, I'm going to get her to summon over Prince Zuko so that I can give him a makeover. Where is Zuko? Hold on. Prince Zuko. Okay, come on, Zuko. Get your butt here so that we can take a look at you and I can give you a makeover. Okay, so this is, he's not bad looking. He's a nice looking sim. So this is Zuko. I'm gonna give him a makeover and then we'll kind of check him out, and I'll give him his color scheme. We'll check him out again. Look at him. He's actually a pretty nice looking sim in my opinion. He's got the royal hair color, so that's really good. But not the royal eye color. I think he inherited his father's eyes. So, okay, let me deal with this, and then I will be right back. Well, here is Prince Zuko after his makeover in the new royal attire for our princes. He looks very good, I must say. I also love those colors on him because they're very similar to what the Queen has. Now, under Queen Snow, the princes have a more extravagant attire. Like, they've got a more extravagant garb. And that's because obviously we're in the second generation of the Verdingtons. These princes, they're being born into the third generation, and Snow, even the way she dresses is a bit more, like she's got a bit more gold than her mother did. I don't think her mother had any gold. And she's just, I wouldn't say frivolous, but she definitely likes reinforcing the fact that she's the queen and she's of the royal lineage and royal bloodline, and she's the ruler of this place. So as such, I am pretty sure that she would want her children, especially the boys who are going around Dragon Valley representing her bloodline, she would want them to be dressed even better than her brothers, right, to differentiate the fact that these are Snow's sons. So there we go. This is him. Doesn't he look so cool? I just love Zuko. Like his hairstyle, his face, his colors, and his attire now, his color scheme. I think I love him a lot more than I did when he was younger. But he looks so cool! Even with those blue wings, like they suit him so well. My goodness, Zuko. I am so excited for you. And now I'm like more excited for whatever the heck is happening between Zuko and Lumia, because just look at how cool he looks. He looks like such a fun character, in my opinion. So there we go. That is Zuko. Now he did not inherit his mother's eye color, obviously, and he didn't inherit his father's eye color too. And I don't remember exactly what his father's eyes were, but I think this is an eye color he inherited from a grandparent. Maybe like Snow's father? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he inherited it from Snow's father, because his father definitely did not have this eye color. I have that hex code down. So, yeah, oh well. Now he's an adult though. That's kind of exciting, because he can be added to the breeding cycle. He could be added to the breeding cycle since he's a young adult now. Kind of like what Ivy did with her sons. The breeding cycle was still ongoing. I think we were on our second breeding cycle. Maybe not, but it was ongoing by the time her sons became young adults, so that's how we had Azalea, So someone in Snow's court is a niece because her older brother Caspian bred with Lady Nessie Lakeland, and then Azalea was born. So even though Azalea is in the same generation as Snow, Azalea is Snow's niece. So that kind of situation might end up happening. I don't know. Probably not if Lumia got involved with Zuko, but even though they've been seen together quite a bit during like events and such, and we know that Lumia has a crush on someone, and I'm assuming it is Zuko, makes sense. She's got an ambitious personality and she's easily impressed, so I can kind of see how the allure of Queen Snow's firstborn son, a prince, she would want to get herself equal to that position, or, associate with someone like that. And then, of course, when Zuko interacts with her, I can see her, as a result, getting very easily impressed by him and everything he says and does. So maybe that's why she has a crush on him. Possibly. Quite possibly. But their relationship, they're not even friends yet. So there's definitely, no romance or anything going on between them to keep Zuko out of anyone else's hands. But if he doesn't end up getting involved with anyone, his mother may set him up with one of the ladies of the court. But there we go. He's a really cool character. I love seeing him walk around. Okay, now the queen, she still has not announced to everyone that she's expectant at this point in time. And let's take a look at Princess Avalon. Oh, she's so cute. So cute. Now, how is everyone, how renowned are they? I want to know, the kids in this next generation. Astrid has 3 renown. Lumia has 1. Oh, Silva has 3. And the princess has 2. So for whatever reason, well, actually, we know why Astrid's Actually, maybe I know why Astrid's so popular. I would assume Astrid's really popular because her parents are the famous Lady Selene and Prince Callum. And she was also the firstborn girl in, like, her generation. So, obviously, everyone's excited about her. Her parents are really famous. You know, their love story is famous. So, as such, their daughter is going to be the talk of town. So, that's probably why she's so renowned. And I wonder why Silva... Oh, I think Silva is so renowned. She does not get along well with Zuko. But Silva is so well renowned because she is the queen's... She's related to the queen. She would be like the queen's grandniece. And before Avalon was born, Silva was the heiress. So she was made heiress. And the idea was that if Snow never ended up having daughters, that Silva would take on the role, like she would inherit the crown. But then, so she was, you know, raised from a baby to a toddler, I think, being, you know, this prized possession that was going to inherit the royal title because she was the only royal link to the queen in her generation. But then Avalon was born, and then that got put to rest, and Silva became, well, she always was a noble. She was never deemed a royal, but she got the title of heiress kind of revoked. And that was all before she even knew she was heiress. She was, like, really young at the time. So, I guess that's why she's very well known to the people. Okay, whose phone is ringing? Was it yours? Hold on a second. Yep, ignore that. And Lumia is kind of in between. Actually, no, she's a 1, apparently. Lumia's a 1, the princess is 2. Now, obviously, princess, you know, being the heiress now and the only royal-born girl, would be known across the valley, but I feel like maybe the queen has kept her a little bit sheltered. She hasn't really taken Avalon out anywhere, so news about her hasn't been that accessible to the public, so I can kind of understand why she's a little bit less known than the other two, because they had reasons for being famous and they had very public lives for various reasons. And then Lumia, she's entirely hidden away almost. She's very kind of in between the others. Hidden away, people know of her, but they don't really know her. So that's kind of interesting. I think the only reason people are even aware of Lumia, really, is the situation that's been happening with her and Zuko. Like, people have been talking about her and Zuko. Maybe they're going to be the next famous love story. That's possibly why she's renowned a little bit. But it's kind of interesting to reflect on those things for our Sims and see what exactly their kind of place is in the status quo. So that's kind of cool. But I think I am going to let everyone go about doing what they want to do for the evening. And I'm thinking we're going to check in tomorrow because Silva is going to be aging up into a teen tomorrow. So it's going to be Silva's birthday, and who knows, she might become even more renowned on her birthday. Maybe talk of how she was heiress might start coming back once she becomes a teenager. We'll have to see. But I think that's what we'll do. I think we can fit in her birthday before we end the episode. That might be nice. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Right, it's 5:30 p.m. on Friday. We are having Silva's birthday, which is at a separate venue. Now, our minister, Lady Azalea, has already gone over and begun making preparations. The guests have started arriving, and the queen is now setting out with everyone else because the kids came from academy really late and they needed to freshen up a little bit. So that's why we've taken a while. Whose phone is ringing? Whose flippin' phone is it? Is it the queen's? Hold on a second. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Is it Astrid's? Nope. I don't know whose phone it is. I can't tell. All the ladies, like, in this vehicle, apparently. Okay, hold on. Is someone getting left behind? Who's left behind? Let me see. Azalea's already there. Lumia, What is Lumia doing? Lumia, you're supposed to be with everyone else as well. Okay. So, well, oh no. Someone's on the drum kit. Oh great. Oh great. See, music. Oh, several people are on the drum kit. Okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. I am just going to have to mute the music. Because unfortunately... Oh no. Oh no. Does that count as music or ambient? See, at this point, music isn't causing me issues. At this point, it's just... Does that count as ambient music? Or is that under sound effects? Let's try muting sound effects. Nope, nope, nope. Stop. Still very much going on. Okay. Maybe it's ambient music? There we go. I think we did it. We muted it. Excellent. Okay, so whenever I'm at a public venue, I'm gonna have to just mute the ambient music. Or if we have parties, I'm gonna have to mute the ambient music because I don't want to have to hear the crazy loud sounds that happen when everyone pulls out a random instrument. So, there we go. Now I don't have to worry about all of that. Excellent. Should have done this a long time ago. But okay, we've been here before. A while ago. I think we came here at the end of the previous generation for one of the events. But here we go. This lovely Old English tavern. We're having our birthday celebration here. A bunch of the Sims are already upstairs. We have Lord Odin Arai, Prince Haven. Let's see. And then Prince Zuko, for some reason, is causing havoc to our ears, along with Lady Nuala. But I've muted them, so no need to worry about that. Let's see. And then, yeah, I've got the other ladies. Callum's here. And I'm pretty sure Malik was invited, so that may be awkward. I don't know. We shall have to see. But I kind of don't want to waste any time. I just want to blow out the candles now, in case it ends up being too late. But, okay, geez. Queen, hold on a second. Let's ignore the call. But look at everyone! It's so colorful whenever we have the fairies gathering. Now the queen, look at her. Her bump's getting a bit bigger. Hold on a second. Can I still hear them? I thought I muted them. Well, I don't know if I muted them. They're a lot quieter than they were beforehand. So I like that a lot better. They were way too loud before. Okay. Well, I'll let everyone mingle for like just a second. And then I'll get everyone outside. Or, not necessarily. I'll just get Silver to blow out the candles. And what's this? She's being inspired to be a singer right now, at this point in time. Honey, I don't think that's what you want to be doing. Okay. Well, it's 7, so I'm actually going to go ahead and get her to blow out the candles. I don't want to wait too long. Because it's going to be like curfew time for the kids and the teenagers pretty soon. So Silva, let's come on out. Let's blow out the candles. Okay, I can still hear the drums, but they're very, very low. And I'm hoping it's going to come out just that low in the recording. Because normally it's like so loud compared to everything else. And it just overshadows my voice. Okay, here comes Malik making a late entrance. Ah, Malik. As long as you and Callum don't stay... Callum, that was mean! Why are you being so mean to Silva? It's like her birthday. I don't know what that was about. He was being a bit mean. But as long as Malik stays clear of Callum, I think we should be fine. The problem will happen when they start spending too much time in the same space, because then Celine might flirt with one of them and things might just go off the charts. Okay, Nuala, wrap it up. Wrap it up and come. Oh, geez, no, that was so loud. That was so loud. Oh, come on. I don't want to have to mute the entire game. To avoid the music and such. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Silva. She's gonna age up into a teen. Okay, look at everyone. Everyone's so happy and so excited. Avalon's looking just adorable. And what are her traits? She's brave, frugal, and friendly. Okay, well, the kids being raised, in the third generation are actually very nice. We haven't had it. Oh, that's so cute. She got the nurturing trait, which is really cool. I mean, she's the minister in line. She's going to be the next minister. So it's really good that she's frugal and she's friendly. She's going to need that a lot. And I think it really helps that she's brave. So she's willing to step up when needed. And she's also nurturing, so she'll always care for the younger members of the household, which is great because Princess Avalon is younger than her. The next child that we have is going to be younger than her. So that's really nice. Let me take a look at her. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at her. Let's see. Silva. Okay, this is Silva. She definitely has, like, if you look at Snow's face next to her, Snow has very soft features and fine features, whereas it doesn't look like Silva has that. She is more, like, her face is a bit more prominent. But she looks nice. We just need to give her a fabulous makeover, and then all will be well. I think she takes after her father a bit more than she takes after her mother. Yeah, in terms of coloring, and I think face shape as well. Even Azalea, to an extent, has delicate features, whereas I don't think Silva does. But that's okay. Now, there's another reason I'm excited for Silva with the Brave trait. That's because we all know that Celine has been wanting to get Astrid married off. Like, she wants to arrange Astrid's marriage, right? And there's no really eligible lords or princes to arrange Astrid's marriage with. But she's looking at with like the fairies within the court, because remember, our fairies, they can have same-sex marriages, right? It's just that we've been having this supply of lords and princes, so we've been kind of doing that. But the fairies within the court can get married to each other. We just haven't had occasion for that before. I think I think Dowager Queen Ivy and Morrigan had kind of like a love thing going on at the very end, but that didn't equate to much. But there was definitely something going on there. But we know that Celine has been wanting to get her daughter married. There's no eligible males, and she's been looking within the court. Now, Astrid is related to Lumia, and she's related to Avalon, obviously, so that's a no-go. And she's distant cousins with Silva, but there's enough of a gap in their family tree that I think Celine's going to start looking at Silva as a potential marriage partner for Astrid. And if that is the case, then I think Silva having the Brave trait is definitely going to help make her more appealing to Celine, you know, to have her married to a warrior, to a hero. But okay, let me give her a makeover and then we'll be right back. Here is Silva Lakeland after her makeover. She has the noble dress on with the pretty little ribbon in the middle and some lace down the front in this, what is it? It's like a leafy kind of pattern, but it almost looks like barbed wire now that I'm thinking about it. But I like it in the similar color scheme as some of the other girls. We've got blues and browns and a dark blue that looks almost black, and then this kind of orange, pinkish, peachish tone. Now her hair is medium length, out, looks nice, and let's take a look at her face a little bit closer. So here we go, this is Silva. I think she looks pretty cute. Obviously when the teens get, like some of the teens look absolutely stunning, as teenagers, but then when they turn into like young adult, they maintain that, and then others aren't as defined, like their face isn't as defined when they're younger, but then when they become young adults, kind of like Astrid, she ended up looking really, really stunning when she was a young adult because her features got more defined. Anyways, I feel like Silva here takes after her father very much so. Her face is a little bit rounder, I think, like less angular than her mother's, and a bit more prominent, like I said beforehand. But I like it. I like it a lot. I think some of that, like, bravery comes through. Like, sometimes, you see people and they look as though they possess certain characteristics. Like, you'll say sometimes people have a mean look or they look nice. She looks like a brave kind of fairy. So I like that a lot. I mean, her dress looks like barbed wire, but hey, this is an everyday wear, by the way. And I am going to show you her party wear in a second here. Actually, not a party wear. I'm just getting used to like Sims 4 terminology. But we're gonna get her swapped into her formal, and then we'll take a look at that. But okay, let's go ahead. She also reminds me a lot of Jeffrey Bustamante. Like, and Jeffrey is not related to Silva at all. Jeffrey is Prince Zuko's father, but actually if we actually got Silva and Zuko to stand next to each other, they'd probably look similar. So that's kind of interesting. And then Prince Haven over here. Yes, Prince Haven. This is the beauty whose birthday it is. This is the... Look at him. Look at him. He's like so curious about her. There we go. She's the one whose birthday party it is. But let's get her changed into her formal wear. And honestly, even her other outfits. Look at this. She's got like flames in her formal wear. She seems like a brave sim to me. I feel like maybe she's one of those kind of tough-looking fairies that people don't expect to be nurturing, but she actually is. Now the queen, as you can see, look at a bump. Oh, wait, hold on. The queen is getting quite along in her pregnancy. Now, unfortunately, she has rolled the want to have a boy, which means that if this baby is a girl, it is going to be a dangerous fairy. And currently, we only have, I think in the next generation, we have one dangerous fairy, and that's Lumia. And then in our current generation, like the queen's generation, our queen is the only dangerous fairy. So, yeah. That's something to keep an eye out for. Raven was the other dangerous fairy. But Raven was Azalia's older sister, but Raven died in the previous generation before Snow ever came into power. Okay, let me go down. There we go. But next episode, guys, our queen is going to be due. So we're going to have a royal prince to add to the numbers, or a royal princess. I am solely hoping that it is a girl, because I would love for Princess Avalon to hang. No, I do not want her to hang. I want her to have a younger sister. I think that would be so sweet. But, okay, Silva, why don't you go grab yourself some cake? Queen's enjoying herself. Where's your slice of cake? You put it down somewhere here, and... Because oh goodness, what's happening? Where did I get thrown? I don't know where the heck I got thrown. I got thrown somewhere. Take your slice of cake before someone steals it. Let's eat that slice of cake, because, like, there's no more cake left. Oh. Darn it! I'm always missing the most opportune moments, but Zuko was right here. I could have gotten them too. They were facing the same way. I could have compared them a little bit, but I don't know. If you look at Zuko's face, he actually has a bit more of Snow in him. Like, he's got a good blend of his mother and father, but for some reason, Silva, she reminds me of Zuko's father, like Jeffrey Bustamante. Maybe it's the nose. I don't know. There's some similarity there, but I don't think they're related that closely. He might be like her uncle, if anything. Zuko, yeah, it doesn't show that they're a relative, but I think Zuko would be her uncle. Like a distant uncle type situation going on. Anyways, the night is gonna wrap up pretty soon. The teens are gonna have their curfew, and so are the kids. So as soon as Silver's done eating this, I mean, the birthday party is over. Everyone's probably gonna head back to the palace. Yep, Sims are kind of wrapping up their time here. Oh look, she's eating with Lord Kyle. He's also probably a distant relative. Who knows at this point? But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.